Now, day one at the Wolrd Football Summit Africa leg is about to come to an end in Durban. We saw the likes of Jomo Sono, Thlopie, Motsepe, Rathbone speak about the development of football on the continent. Newzroom Africa sports reporter Khotso Sello had front row tickets to the proceedings and joins us live from eThekwini. Khotso, good afternoon from Johannesburg. How can you sum up day one of the summit for us?
Well, day one at the summit, Kwena, was more about Africa understanding all the different moving parts of football. It's not just about on the pitch stuff, but it's also all about all the other off the pitch stuff, which includes, your marketing, your branding, your administration, your legal aspects of things, dietary, nutrition, and all those other elements that come together to help the sport grow on the continent and actually make the continent one of the biggest, heavyweight punches, if I should call it that, and make Africa be competitive to a stage where we could possibly even see, a gold medal at a World Cup. But somebody who was here at the summit and contributed a little bit towards some of today's proceedings is Grace Momo from Africa Inspire Connect. Grace, day one, were you very happy with what happened today?
Thank you so much, Sello. I think today has been an amazing day, and as you well put it, it was more about really unpacking some of the really critical issues around sport, around competitiveness, and around really taking our Africa to the next level when it comes to sports. So really an amazing day, great lineup of speakers, and what great for the sports community to see a day of gathering together after almost 2 years of really not being able to gather in an environment like this.
And having such great minds in such a confined space, really is telling that how many people are interested in seeing African football move on to the next level. What have you gained by rubbing shoulders with some of the people here?
I think personally, Africa is really the best place to be, and to bring forums like this for organizations to see how we can develop the African sports talent. Football is definitely one sport that unites us across Africa, and it's a unifier on every level that you can think of. So, being in a platform like this, meeting great, amazing leaders, meeting great speakers and interacting with them, it's one of those platforms that you say we need to see more of the sports industry more represented in the continent.
And you are somebody who's very much active in the space, and you don't conventionally use the sport as others would be using it, but you are using it for a different cause. Would you like to share that with some of our viewers?
Yes, and thanks for the opportunity, because Africa should be getting ready for an amazing festival which incorporates sports tourism into that. And the festival is a historical festival. 2023 will see Festac Africa. 2023, Arusha is the destination, which is in Tanzania, and it's really a festival that unites Africans through culture, music, dance, sports tourism, travel, and so much more incorporated into that festival. 7 days of fun-filled trade, network, explore, and really fun in the city of Arusha, which is in Tanzania. So we're looking forward to collaborations. We're looking forward to bridging the gap in the youth sports, specifically to groom talent from Africa and really get to have our talent being discovered through participants or interested youth to be part of that festival and to play a part in the youth camp, really to come and participate during Festac Africa 2023.
And how important is it to keep football alive on the continent? It's taken so many of the football players out of poverty. You have a Sadio Mane who plays for Senegal, and he comes from a small village in his country, and now he's on some of the biggest leagues in the world. Played for Liverpool, he's now at Bayern Munich in Germany. How important is it to keep the sport alive in order to continue giving hope to African kids?
critically important because, as I said, sports is a unifier, and we've seen that it's one of those sports that can bring Africa out of poverty. And really, we have so many resources. Poverty is not something in Africa we should be talking about. We should be talking about the development of the youth through sport. And what we do is really to groom that talent that can be discovered and that can continue to shine and really carry the baton for Africa in many other regions, not just in Africa, but across the other continents as well.
And that is the underlying theme that's been happening all day today, is that Africa needs to stand up and take control of its own football and not keep asking for handouts from their European counterparts. There is intellectual property in the country and on the continent. There is financial and legal help on the continent. And I think, the biggest message is educating Africans and African football administrators in order to be confident enough to take the bull by the horns and carry the torch forward.
Thank you very much, Khotso. We'll be keeping you up to speed with more that is happening from the World Football Summit.